Are you giving yourself enough silence in your on a weekly basis, on a daily basis, or a monthly basis? This video is for really anybody who's feeling like they aren't as creative as they used to be, or you feel like you're maybe a little bit addicted to social media and all the instant gratification available to you now. So we're going to be talking about silence for creatives, for anybody, and let's talk about another potential silent revolution on creativity, but we'll start with the silence. So a lot of us nowadays don't give ourselves enough silence throughout our day. Silence meaning having time without any external stimulation, whether it's music or visual stimulation, videos, social media. Even one thing you could debate is whether reading a book or not is considered silence. I think even you should have some time, even when you're not reading, where there's complete silence. You shouldn't be doing anything. Just give yourself 15 minutes where it's just you and your mind. And I think that a lot of us not having silence throughout our day is really, it's ruining the uniqueness of our own ideas, and it's causing a lot of people to adopt the perspectives, ideas, and views of other people as their own, and they don't have their own creativity anymore. If you're a creative or a creative entrepreneur, this can be a problem, because you'll really struggle with coming up with new product ideas or new art pieces you're going to make, or really anything creative you're pushing towards. If you're a writer and your brain's constantly stimulated, it's going to be really hard to push out your ideas and push out ideas that are uniquely yours and have your own unique style, tone. I think what can you do to really reestablish being comfortable with your own mind? I think you should have at least 15 minutes either on a daily basis or every second day where you have no external stimulation. You could even just go on a walk outside like I am today with no music, nothing, just walk and in silence. And one thing I should touch upon is you may notice a lot of us now, through interactions I've had with people or things I've heard online or from other people, a lot of us, we're not used to silence anymore. So it may make you anxious to have no external stimulation of any sort. You might feel like something's wrong, but this is mostly just your brain's not firing as it normally would, because you're used to just constant dopamine and constant stimulation. But it'll get better if you get used to silence again, get used to just interacting with your own mind and potentially thinking new thoughts. You'll get used to it, and you might even feel much more comfortable than you have in a while. It's really an interesting thing that I think is happening to almost everybody nowadays, is that we're getting less and less used to simply being with ourselves and being with our own thoughts, with our own ideas. And it can be a problem for people who have creative careers or want to pursue any creative venture of any sort, because they should have their own thoughts, their own ideas, and their own perspectives. And this, even on a non-creative side, if you're just anybody, you should have your own uniqueness about you. You shouldn't be simply taking other people's ideas, other people's perspectives, putting it in here and then spitting it out. So yeah, try and embrace silence for 15 minutes every day or every second day. And I think this is extremely beneficial for your mental health, and just getting your creativity and your uniqueness back. So if there's one thing I want to leave you with today is, if you're a creative person or somebody who wants to be unique, wants to be your own self, and wants to have your own ideas and really master your mind, you should embrace silence for at least 15 minutes a day, 15 minutes every second day. And that's at a minimum. That's a small amount. Think of before this huge technological revolution, think of how much silence we used to have, whether it's on our walks or even in the morning when we're having our coffee before work. And some steps you can take: go for a walk outside in silence, lie down on the couch, noise canceling headphones in, or if your house is very quiet, you can just lie on the couch, or in the shower even. Just no stimulation, and see, you might feel anxious at first, but push past that and see what your mind talks to you about. But very different style video today. Next week we'll do more educational content, and I just wanted to rant about kind of a silent revolution, literally a silent revolution on creativity that I think is happening to a lot of creatives out there, and they don't really realize it because everybody's doing it now. Everybody's on their constantly linked to their phones, and if you all you need to do is just take that first step. Once you take that first step, it'll get much easier and easier, and you'll find your brain will come up with ideas you've never had before. You'll gain back your quirks and you'll be yourself. But hopefully you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next week.